Hi guys. Today we're going to look at how to solve equations graphically using the graphing calculator. And as you can see, I have my graphing calculator on the left side and the problem on the right side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you step by step how to use your graphing calculator to solve this equation. Okay, so let's begin. And I am actually going to record my keystrokes. So, okay, here we go. All right, so now we are in the main menu and we are going to go into the graphing mode. So let's go into your graphing menu item. Okay, now if you have things in here, just delete them. All right, use F2 and just delete out any functions you have. Also, we're all going to start on the same window, so let's do that first before we actually start doing the problem. So I am going to now use my Shift F3, my Shift viewing window. So Shift viewing window, and I'm going to set my viewing window to standard viewing. So F3 sets everything to standard viewing window. Okay, which means that my minimum x value is -10, my maximum x value is +10, and likewise for my y values. So all you have to do is just press F3 twice, and your viewing window will be set to standard view. All right, let's get out of that now. And we are ready to start typing in our functions. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to type in the left side for y1 and the right side for y2. So this left side of the equation, x cubed plus 3x squared minus x, we're going to type in as y1. All right, so let's type it in. X, okay, up arrow, 3, that's x cubed. And then just make sure you move the arrow button once, because you don't want to write everything as an exponent. So after you type in the 3, you press the right arrow button once so that it'll now start typing in the normal position. Plus 3x, and then the x squared, you have a dedicated x squared button, so you could just type in that, minus x. Okay, and then press enter. So that takes care of your left side of the equation. And now we're going to type in the right side. Now on the right side you have an absolute value, correct? So I'm going to show you how to type in the absolute value in case you forgot. So you go into Options, Numeric, and the ABS is absolute value. So you type in F1. Okay, now you may not see these two lines, depends on what model you have on the calculator, or you may just see ABS with a parentheses. It doesn't matter. ABS means absolute value. Just type everything in, and if you have ABS parentheses, just close it with a closing parentheses. So I'm going to type in x minus 1. Okay, and then enter again. All right, are we okay? Is everyone okay now? By now? All right, now we draw. So we have our left side as y1, we have our right side as y2, and now when I draw it, we have this function. Okay, so we have the x cubed function in blue and the absolute value, the absolute value function in red. As you can see, there are 1, 2, 3 points of intersection. Those are going to be our solutions. Remember, when we have a system of equations, we're really solving this like a system. Okay, we're taking the left side as y1 and the right side as y2, and we're seeing where y1 is equal to y2, which means we're looking for the points of intersection, right? So the way we now find these points of intersection automatically is using F5. And if you press F5, then it asks you on F5 again, int sect, that is intersect. So if you press F5 again, it takes you to your first point of intersection, okay, which is approximately x is negative 2.879 and the y is 3.879, okay? They only want the x values. They say two of the solutions are negative 0.7 approximately and 0.5, a half, which means this is the x value that they are looking for. That's the one that's missing. So we're going to type that in. And they tell us to round your answer to the nearest tenth. So negative 2.879 rounded to the nearest tenth is negative 2.9. So negative 2.9 approximately. And there's your answer. Okay. If you wanted to look at the other two values of x, all you have to do is just press the right arrow two times. Okay, once, and you'll see the negative 0.7, and then press it again. Okay, and you'll see the 0.532. Again, you can go back and forth here if you want. See? You can keep going back and forth. And that'll take you back to your previous zeros. Okay? And for the rest of the problems, it also works the same way. So I want you to try doing those problems as well. All right? Let's do, maybe we'll do one more. Maybe we'll do one more problem. Again, the problems are all very, very similar. So let's do one more problem then. Okay, so this next problem, all right, let's go back then. Let's go back to our, okay, let's go back. And now again, we're starting a new problem, so we're going to delete these other problems. There you go. We are deleting them. Okay, and now let's try this. Again, we want to see where does x plus 2 equal square root of 5x plus 5. So again, I'm going to take the x plus 2 as y1, the radical, the square root of 5x plus 5 is y2, and see where they are equal. So let's type it in. X plus 2, enter. And then now the square root. We have the square root shift x squared. You'll see the square root. Shift x squared. Now, on my calculator, the square root bar continues to extend. So whatever I type inside the square root is going to be contained entirely under the square root symbol. Your calculators may not extend it, so it's a good idea to put a parentheses like this. So you, depending on your calculator, you might need to do this. And then type in whatever goes underneath it, and then close it up with another parentheses. All right, so let me do 5x plus 5, and then close it up. Now my calculator, you see the bar, it extended automatically to include everything, right? Yours may not. So since mine did it, it's just going to get rid of those parentheses when I press enter, like that. Okay? And now again, do the same thing. Draw, and now see where they intersect. Now it's very hard for you to see it here, right? But in actuality, there are 2 points of intersection with this square root function and this linear function. Again, let the calculator solve it for you. So press F5, and then F5 again for intersect. And it takes us to our first intersection, which is at negative 0.618, which they have said is one of their solutions. They give you that one. So just find the other one by clicking the right arrow, and you have the other one, which is approximately 1.618, rounded to the nearest tenth is 1.6. Okay. And let's check. And that is correct. Okay, guys? All right.